Implementing a curriculum with fidelity means that early educators consistently use a curriculum as its developers intended it to be used. This includes implementing the curriculum in ways that are responsive to children and families' strengths, needs, interests, and cultural and linguistic backgrounds. Infant and preschool teachers use a curriculum's approach and guidance to organize the learning environment, develop a daily schedule, provide learning experiences to support children's individual learning development across the Head Start Early Learning Outcome Framework domains, engage family and children's learning. So how do early educators implement a curriculum with fidelity while also being responsive to children and families? Teachers can individualize it to meet the children and families' diverse strengths, needs, interests, and cultural and linguistic backgrounds. Implementing a curriculum with fidelity does not mean that early educators always use the learning activities or plans or home visits exactly as described in the curriculum's approach and guidance. A good example of a modification: a teacher in an urban area may modify a curriculum unit on houses to focus more on buildings if the children's neighborhood has apartment buildings instead of single-family houses. So how do early educators implement a curriculum with fidelity while being culturally and linguistically responsive to children and families? Early educators must still be culturally and linguistically responsive. They can follow the curriculum's overall approach, learning goals, scope of activities, but they may modify these. Should early educators follow the sequence of learning activities to implement a curriculum with fidelity? Early educators typically follow the curriculum sequence of activities to implement a curriculum with fidelity. Each sequence progressively moves from simple to complex skills and knowledge-building activities. Early educators should intentionally use the sequence of learning activities to choose appropriate and relevant learning activities for each child. This may lead early educators to change a curriculum sequence of activities. The teacher may decide to use an advanced activity in a sequence with a child who is ready for it. So how do early educators implement a curriculum with fidelity while individualizing for children with disabilities or other special needs and their families? Educators have a responsibility to promote the participation, engagement, and learning of all children while implementing a curriculum with fidelity. Modifications help children with or suspected with disabilities or other special needs fully benefit from a curriculum. Small changes in a curriculum, such as modifying an activity, may make a big impact. For example, a teacher may simplify an activity by breaking it up into smaller steps and to provide additional support by prompting the child verbally at each step, such as saying, "First we will." Should early educators use all curriculum resources to implement the curriculum with fidelity? Early educators should use all essential resources to implement the curriculum. Curriculum guides should explain the purpose of each curriculum resource and how they should be used. Curriculum resources that are foundational to the curriculum's approach and its essential daily activities must be used. So how is curriculum fidelity assessed? Programs assess curriculum fidelity by collecting and using data as part of their continuous improvement process of curriculum implementation. Curriculum fidelity data show how closely education staff implement the curriculum as intended. Fidelity may be assessed by using observational checklists, rating scales, surveys, and interview questions.